that's indoor or outdoor, and it can give you information about analytics around people and also vehicles. So let's show you a little bit what it looks like, and then we'll go into some details about it. First of all, what we can see here is a map, and it shows us all the cameras that this particular user can see from the organization we're looking at. So you can actually split it into different organizations and jump between them. What I'm going to do is go to the center where it says 49, and if I click on that, it's going to drill down into that particular area. If I drill down again into the area, we've got 33, and then we can see all the cameras in that particular area. All of them are green at the moment, which means they're all functioning and working. And if they were amber, they would be offline, and if they were blue, they'd be updating, so the software would be updating on the camera. What I'm going to do is just click on one of the cameras here, and we can see a thumbnail of that camera, so we can see where it is. And if I click on the thumbnail, it takes us to that particular camera stream, and there we can see an entrance door. So what I'm going to do is look at the door itself. I'm going to get some movement activity. So I'm going to look for movement just in this door area. So by drawing a square around there, or a rectangle I should say, in that area, what it's going to do is search through all the footage and find where it's seen motion around that door. So anybody going through the door or walking up to the door, or potentially it could see someone inside the door as well. So straight away we've got some footage now. If I go to this one, we can see it's identified two people. We can see the green squares around them. If I click on that footage, it's going to line that footage up, and then we'll see the footage play through from the point where it actually, just before it sees the motion of those people. So we can see them walk up to the door. They're actually swiping the door, and then we can see them going through. So quite quick. Also at the bottom you can see some scrub markers, so this 2 means it saw 2 people at that point in time. And what we can do is we can move around and we can see different motion cues at the bottom. So the bigger, the taller the amount is more people it's seen in there, and the wider it is more activity for a period of time as well. So we can quite quickly go and look for particular activities that we can see. So one of the things we can do as well is we can add other cameras. So if I go to a particular point we see 2 people, which I think it was here, and what I'm going to do is pause it when we see the person start walking through. I'll pause it at this point. Just missed it. So let's go back to another one and pause when we see the person walking towards the door. And paused it at that point. What I'm going to do is add another camera. So what I can do is add an additional camera into the view. I'm just going to look for entrance, so I can see all the entrance cameras there. And this camera, CB61, is slightly further back, I believe, from that first camera we were looking at. So slightly different angle for that same piece. What I'm going to do is wait till they're synchronized, and then when I play it, we get the same action together. So both cameras will be in sync with one another, and we'll see movement around that door. So we'll see anyone who moves forward and goes through the door from both cameras at the same time. So we can see a shadow in the distance, we can see someone walking over towards the door, and we can see it on the second camera there, and we can see them then swipe the door, open the door, and go inside. We can see those synchronized cameras. So a really simple thing to do. What I'm going to do is go back and close that view off. I'm going to do something slightly different. So part of what we can do here is we can do things around people. So I'm going to click on this people section, and we get a number of things. One is everywhere we've seen people, but also we get some images of people across the top, and we can see all faces if we want to, and it'll show all people's faces it's seen in that period of time. But if we wanted to look at, say, this individual here, we click on them and it'll actually bring up every time it's seen that person. So it's only the ones on that day, but it's seen them on other days. So we can see it's the same person, different clothes. And we can click again onto that footage, and what it will do is queue it up directly at that point just before it sees their face, and then we'll see them on the actual camera. So there we go, we can see the person on the camera there. So really simple to find a particular person. Also, what we can do at the top when we're looking at people, we can actually load up an image and actually search for that image. So if we've got a person's face, we can actually upload that and search through all the history on that camera for that particular individual. Another thing we can do about people is look for particular things. So what we can say is on the top part of the body, let's look for someone who's wearing, say, yellow. And if I apply that, what it's going to do is search through all the footage to find anybody who's wearing a yellow top on the upper body. So we can see a couple of people wearing different coloured yellow tops. And we'll go to, say, this one here, and again straight to that footage of someone wearing a yellow top that's moving past the entrance. In this case, have stopped before going up to the door, going in through the entrance. So really quick to find someone with particular coloured clothing on as well. The next thing we can do around people is look for specific appearance. So what we can do, instead of looking at a particular colour, we can actually say that someone appears to look to be female. So what it'll do is look for all the images it's seen of people it believes are female. You can see all female at the bottom. So if we wanted to say look for people with black tops who are female, we can extend that by clicking on the actual sort symbol and say put in black top as well as looking female. And quickly we can go to anybody who looks female who's wearing a black top. See lots of people black tops, and again we can click on the footage, go straight to that point in time, and what we'll see again is numbers at the bottom there that shows how many people are in view at that point in time. So we can see there were 3 people at one point, and now we're actually just 1 person. And if I leave that flowing, what you'll see is 2 more people will come into view, and the number will actually change because the analytics are calculating how many people it's got in view, and it'll actually give us some different figures. In fact, changed. Look into that. Oh, in fact, there we go. We've got 3. It changed 2 at that time. So close that and go back to. What I'm going to do is show you something you can do around vehicles now. So if we actually go to an entrance camera, so if I do the garage entrance camera, this is the outdoor camera, I believe, on. And what we can do is look for particular vehicle type. So again, we did before, this time we'll actually say vehicle. And what we're going to do is look for something with a specific colour. So if we wanted, say, a yellow vehicle, we could apply that. It'll search through for any yellow colour vehicle it can see going through there. So a variety of different colour vehicles it's seen. What I'm going to do though is go inside the actual garage. I'll actually pick garage demo grid, and we'll look where the barrier is here. So what I'm going to do is click on that particular barrier. I'm going to vehicles, then we'll look for a particular vehicle we want to find. So what we could do is look for a particular vehicle type, so a car, a truck, a SUV, a van, or we could actually look for a particular make. So let's look for, say, a Porsche. So someone's reported a Porsche doing something they shouldn't be doing, parked somewhere they shouldn't be. So I'm going to apply that, and then we can see a number of Porsche vehicles. So what we'll do is pick this first one, and we can see the vehicle. What we're going to do is wait till the vehicle is at the barrier, and we can see the actual barrier starting to lift at the front, the actual mesh barrier. And again, what I can do is pick another camera. So if I pick garage, we can see the different garage doors, and I want the outside garage door so I can see it from outside of the outside garage door. Done. What it's going to do, it's going to line up the 2 footage, and then when we actually play it, what we'll see is the 2 in line with one another. So we can see the barrier lifting, we can see the Porsche moving forward, and then we can see edge out of the garage, and we'll see it then turn onto the road and drive away. So it's all in sync. So really simple to actually find a vehicle and actually pick it up on multiple cameras and follow that vehicle through. And we did that actually looking for a specific vehicle type. We looked for a Porsche in that case. could look also by colour as well. So really simple ways to find people with particular clothing on, or particular male or female, or wearing a backpack, and also looking for particular vehicle types and also vehicle colours, and actually synchronise cameras on. Hopefully it gives you a little bit of the flavour and simplicity of the Verkada system. And what we'll do next week, we'll drill down a bit more into a particular area around people and what we can do there. One of the things we can do with it is actually look for people actually arriving and notify of people's particular faces that have arrived at a particular area, or any cameras across the organisation, which we'll go into next week on Verkada Friday, next Friday. Thank you very much.